Hello, welcome back. This is Biashara Tuesday. If you are sitting down on the launch, you know it's all business and it's all numbers as well as expert opinion. This is why I take a back seat and let people who know what they are actually doing on the ground out there. I'll just be here trying to learn as well as you guys. So we are going to be taking a look at agribusiness. But before we get into that, I was trying to remind you guys that last week on the Business Daily, Tuesday, April 27th, that is last month. You can take a look at a story there on the middle spread, how couple built sorghum milling farm after a tax scare. So there is a couple there, Mr. Kinoti and the wife, who have contracted more than 40,000 farmers to supply raw materials for their sorghum milling farm. You can take a look at how they are reaping big right there. They received a grant of 10 million Kenyan shillings from the Global Alliance for Improved Nutrition. So there are opportunities out there as well. On the next page, what I'm seeing here is KUTV farmers who are striking gold in sunflower oil venture. And this is actually a venture I'm seeing here that is being done by a 72-year-old farmer who is being part of a growing rural community in KUTV that has embraced sunflower and are using. There are so many uses of that crop, as they are saying, and the local farmers are happy to be reaping big from it. Around 700 members I'm seeing here who have come together to even venture into organic farming. Around 6,500 growers of sunflower across Kitui County alone. That is a huge number to be taking a look at in the world of farming in. That was sunflower. So that is some of those opportunities that are out there that people are actually looking into. All around you is land, all around you is farm produce, all around you is opportunities. But how exactly do you turn these opportunities into money? That is what we are taking a look with my panel here in the morning. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you, Richard.
All right. I think I'll go ladies first. Yeah, so maybe you introduce yourself and your company as well, so that as well we can continue with the conversation.
Okay, thank you so much, Richard.
No.
We are glad we are and talk to the youth about agribusiness. My name is Cecilia.
I'm not sure if I don't know if we can get her. Yeah, right. My producer, if you can be able to tell me if we can get her voice. Yes, please.
My name is Cecilia Njoroge, and I'm a program manager.
Apparently, we are still yet to get your microphone. Let's engage Nyaga a bit as they try and fix that issue. Nyaga, yes.
Thank you so much, Richard, and thank you for this opportunity to be here this morning. My name is Simon Nyaga. I'm the director and the senior project manager at Leap Empowerment and Development Initiative. We call it, in short form, Ledi Kenya. So we are a youth-led organization that champion agriculture, organic agriculture, but in form of agriculture technique called grow biointensive.
Right.
So that is what we have been doing, but obviously we have other programs like youth empowerment, women empowerment. We are so much engaged in terms of policies. We work with the government to formulate and policymakers to formulate policies that are favorable to the agriculture sector. We also do a lot of agri-SME trainings. We show them how to keep records and reliable records so that they can have bankable statements that they can take to the bank and get loans and other products in the banks so that they can grow their ventures.
That's quite an extensive. That is quite an extensive portfolio of what those, some of those activities that you're doing there at your organization. How long have you been in operation?
So we started this journey. It's funny how we started because my colleague, Cecilia, we sat somewhere at Githurai. So he said, there are a lot of opportunities for the young people, but we feel there's a gap. So what can we do? So we decided to form this organization in November 2018,
right,
so that we can give these whole experiences and information to the young people and other members of our country, so that they can know where these opportunities lie, how to do agriculture, especially this grow biointensive, where you can compare to the conventional farming. you can produce 2 to 6 times the conversion of it. So we said all these benefits that this form of agriculture offers, there are so many people in our country, especially the youth, do not know. So we wanted to bridge that gap. So we started saying, instead of just doing it solo, let's form an organization that can champion this.
Right. I don't know if we are ready to get Cecilia.
Yes.
Good, we can. Right. Welcome to the show and apologies for that.
Thank you so much, Richard.
Right. What is your position at LEAP?
Oh, I'm a program manager.
What does that?
A program manager. I handle all the programs, but mostly I'm on women and girls empowerment.
Right.
And I talk more on reproductive health system. And also I usually try to encourage them to empower themselves. And what I've done is I also encourage them to do agribusiness. Because by doing that, we know women are the key people in the community.
The backbone.
And yeah, exactly. Just like agriculture.
Yes.
So when you empower a woman, you know you're empowering the whole community.
Right.
So when they do agribusiness, they farm, you see they can be able to provide and sustain their families.
Right.
Yeah.
And the people that you've worked with so far, how does that look like?
It looks good, I can tell you. Because one thing we did, it was so funny, because I'm from Muranga. And being from Muranga, you know, as
Muranga is at Wamatangi's.
Yeah, no. Wairia.
Wairia, all right.
We have a slogan called No Wiratu. Like Nikazi
Nikazi
tu.
tu.
Yeah. So when we talk of Muranga, as with business and agriculture, we are best, you know.
One side.
Exactly.
Yeah, when we walk
One
around
side.
Muranga, it's all green.
Exactly. So this time I didn't go to my own county. I took an opportunity to go to Kajiado, whereby we know those guys are pastoralists. And it was so funny when we were doing baseline survey and they were talking more of, oh, we can do mchanga. Mchanga is a sad, sad harvest. But when you look at, they have many livestock. And when we champion about biointensive, one of the principles, it's called composting. Composting, that compost comes from livestock. So we saw like they need to work something to do with their livestock. The manure they get, the compost, and that can enrich and kind of their soil fertility will improve. And that's how we did the survey. And we started working with very few women and young people. They were 25. And right now it's a project of 500 households.
Right now, Nyaga, when you guys are spread out across 500 households, impacting a lot of youth, women and children as well, while you're conducting these surveys on where the places are good for, you know, agribusiness, what method do you use? Do you have experts on the sides? Are you guys professionals in the world of agriculture as well?
Yes, I can say we are professionals. But this building this experience started in 2016.
Okay.
Something we didn't mention, we are alumni of Kenyatta University.
That is super great to have you.
A degree in community resource management. So, and we got this knowledge of Grow Biointensive from an NGO at Thika called Grow Biointensive Center of Kenya. So we started building the expertise from there.
Right.
And the reason why we are championing this Grow Biointensive and not any other is because of the many benefits. Number one, it's high yielding. As I had said, it produces 2 to 6 times
That's
compared to the
number.
conventional methods. And then, number two, the issue of soil building. Richard, today if you damage a soil, let's say for example, a topsoil layer, if you damage it, if you need to build it back, you build it on a period of 500 years.
Right. That's a lot.
Yeah. And right now what is happening, there's a lot of soil erosion, and people are really damaging the soil structure and the textures and all that. So this form of agriculture is soil building. So it's type of fertility, like what my colleague has said about the manure and all that. Then the issue of saves water. when you use this method, you are saving 8% of water. If, for example, what we do, we use a bed system. By this bed system, it's 100 square feet. So when you feed this soil, it can store 1,400 liters
Of water.
So your crops can sustainably grow. If you add 1% organic matter to the soil, it can save an extra 800 liters.
Wow.
So it saves a lot of. So the issue of water, especially to those people who are living in the ASAL areas, sorted. Then the other thing of space. Within a very small space, and that characterizes most of the farms there are so many small scale farmers in our country. So you don't find people owning big lands.
Big land, yeah.
So from
Well,
a very
small
small
gardens.
space, you're able to produce a lot. And then the other thing, energy saving.
Right.
One of the major principles of grow by intensive is the issue of double digging. So the first time you double dig to a depth of probably 60 centimeters, that is 2 feet, and then next time when you come, you are doing minimal tillage. So it saves time as compared to the other one. You are digging, then you are stepping on the places that
As
you've
you
dug.
dig.
Yeah, so you're not saving energy.
So this is efficient
It's very efficient.
in so many aspects. Now, Cecilia, with all this efficiency, you can be as good as you can with produce, you can be as good as you can with production, but how does one ensure that as much as you've saved there, you're also making money in the market? How does now a youth or someone who's watching wants to venture into this, take this to the market and make money?
Okay, as I had said before, marketing is one of the aspects that you see people are really struggling. Because as we had talked about, it's so easy to go to the farm, plant, the rain, because we have seasons, or you have enough water. But when it comes to marketing, are you going to eat those things, or you just want to make money from them? So how I usually train people, and I have also been training my colleagues here. We start from market. You start from behind, like you from market, and then you come
roll
to the
back.
produce.
Right.
Yeah. When you go to the market, you do survey.
Isn't that counting your chicks before they hatch? Quite literally.
When it comes to business and making money, I think we can do that. Yeah, that aspect I learned when I went for a US program. I had gone for 1 year and a half. And I really wanted to know about marketing and how those guys, they do their market without middlemen, or even looking at the farmer as someone who is dirty, because that is how Kenyan people look at the farmers.
An educated peasant
Exactly.
who is a farmer.
With tattered clothes and all that.
And that isn't true. We have to make sure that they know that isn't true.
Exactly, it's not. And I usually tell my colleagues and other people, let me tell you, in a day, 3 times, you need a farmer. You need to eat breakfast, you need to eat lunch, you need to eat dinner.
Always.
Yes, you can have lawyer, keep them. You can have doctors, but you need a
need
farmer.
to eat.
You need to eat. You need to eat, right? Yeah.
Right.
So when it comes to marketing, start from behind. Go to the market, just survey and see what exactly is there. What is the gap, And I usually encourage people to start within your compound or within your community where you stay. Can you look at your neighbor? All he needs tomatoes. She need onion every day. She need maybe carrots, like essential crops, like she need them. So when you start from there, and even you can market directly, there are so many ways of marketing or branding your produce. But start with direct selling. Start with those people who are closest to you. When you do that, you will find yourself now in the marketplaces. You'll be able to venture in. You'll be able to venture in and be able to produce whatever people are lacking in the market.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Nyaga, with this grow biointensive agricultural method that you guys are talking about, since now we are still in money, how much will it cost someone to adopt this technology, this method, to their own small garden? How does it look like?
it's minimal resources. With probably if you want to do it for business from a small plot you have, 1,000 is enough to make the beds, to buy seeds, and to maintain the soil fertility. Very minimal. And for the young people who are outside there, it's you can have minimal, like 1,000 is enough to start from a very small space, and then you produce a lot. And this is something I did when I was a student here.
So you already actually did this?
Yes.
You are proof?
Yeah, from a minimal bed of about 100 square feet, I could get like 5,000 from it. That is one. So if you have 5 of them, just multiply and imagine the kind of money you could get. And the other thing you need to do is now look at the high priced products. Like you can do carrots, you can do capsicum, you can do spinach. Those things are doing well in the market. Richard, let me tell you the importance of this sector. If you look at the onset of Corona when it started and people are laid off and people lost their jobs, and then you could move to these big highways, what could you find?
Find people planting stuff along the highways.
Yes, and from the back of your Mercedes, their Teslas.
Selling.
They are selling.
From the back of Teslas.
Yeah, they were selling what?
Produce, farm produce, yeah.
Why weren't they selling like cement?
From the back
or
of their
shoes?
Mercedes.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Why? It shows the importance of this sector, and I want to tell the young people the opportunity that lies with this form of agriculture and the reality out there. Number one, when you look at the global scenario, 30,000 plus young souls are born every day.
30,000 people
Plus.
will be born today.
Yes, globally. Come to the Kenya settings, 5,000 plus young borns will be born today. So what happens? That is already an avenue for you to tap into. Look at the population that you have.
This is a market.
Yes, and then look at we were interacting with. I was privileged to sit at the agriculture sector board at the Kenya private sector, and we could hear people saying like, natafuta pilipili sipati. I'm like, seriously, young people, you can go there and farm pilipili and then sell it to these people.
It doesn't even take a big space.
No, very small
and as you
space.
said, you did it when you were a student.
Yes, I did it personally and I was making money. So sikuwa nasumbua mzazi ati give me money for transport and all that or for lunch. I used to do it. So that is an already available market that cannot go away. Embrace agriculture. And then, Richard, allow me to say this and talk to school administrators. You know, the reason why most of the young people don't like agriculture is because what you see on literature. You see a farmer with dirty clothes, torn clothes, and gumboots, and then with a djembe, and say, I don't want this kind of
You don't want to be like that.
And then, when you make noise in class, you are told punishment, enda kwa shamba. Yeah?
I see.
So
you take it as
a punishment.
Right.
So this is something we need to change from the education system. So if you're a teacher, a school administrator, I think we need to change this so that...
The outlook of agriculture.
Yeah, so that the young people can embrace agriculture from the young age.
Now, Cecilia, he mentioned that at the onset of COVID-19, a lot of people were moving towards the highways. I actually just remember that most people around where I live at were making gardens just along the road as well. Some of them selling their stuff from expensive cars on the highways, watermelons and oranges. And now, what are some of those shifts that you saw yourself personally as a result of COVID-19? How bad do you think we are affected as a nation or even as individual farmers who are trying to make it out there?
Okay, what I can say is, globally we saw COVID triggered our food system. It really triggered. And I like young people, let me talk to young people. You need to seize the opportunity. Because for every crisis, there must be new opportunities.
Chaos is a ladder.
Exactly. And let me tell you, Richard, when I would love to just talk to the government or people who are in the sector of agriculture. You know, when you empower a youth, because we are the future.
Yes.
We are the future.
And the future is here.
Exactly. Exactly. So when you empower a youth and when you give him or her an economic opportunity, with being backed up by resources available, and also maybe a platform to be innovators and also to be very much creative, because in farming I think it's an art. It's an art, because imagine making a bed. When you tell people you're making a bed, they are like, wait a minute,
what is that?
what kind of a bed is that? So it's an art, and people are becoming very much creative on that. So what I was trying to say is we saw how people shifted, and sometimes I usually say I think some things happen so that we can realize, because so many people came to realize their potential.
Yeah, there is opportunity here.
Exactly.
Like, oh, okay, now that I'm in Panasonic.
Exactly. I can sell warus there, you know,
right?
something like that. So I would say, even in the middle of this pandemic, people got to realize their potential.
Right.
And also they were forced to go beyond a white collar job, because when you're told you're no longer needed in the office, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit down and wait for manners? Nowadays we don't have such.
We're not on a journey to
we're not in a journey to Canaan.
Yeah, now Nyaga.
To add something towards that, COVID-19 came and it lay wide the gaps that we have in our food ecosystem. And people started to see the opportunities lying in this sector. I'll give an example of 2 teachers who were employed in private school. They came to us and we taught them how to do this grow by intensive. And the amount of money they were making, I said, this is so much, and what was paid there. So they said, I'm not going back. I'll give an example of another young person called David. He came to us and said, I need you to help me set up my farm and start farming and all that. And he invested 30,000. And out of that, from a 3/4 piece of land, he was making like in a month he could make 250,000 out of it. An investment of 30,000.
30,000,
yes.
Converting it all that much.
Yeah. And so young people don't just stay there and say agriculture ni uchafu.
Really.
Do something.
Then the question is, Nyaga, if people can be able to use some of these non-conventional methods, such as the one you're pushing right now, why aren't they, like, why aren't people trying to move from the old methods which yield less money, and we have better, newer solutions?
I think it's information exchange. Probably most of this is not very it's new. I can say it's new in the country because it has been practiced in countries like China, California. But it's not very known in the country. Right. So the issue of information exchange it's critical. So that's why we came. So we want to tell people and give this information to the people who really want to change their lives.
Right. Cecilia, you're concerned with marketing. So what can we do exactly to make sure that more youth out there are getting this information and knowing the relevant places and knowing the relevant experts to consult? Yeah.
Okay, so
of course, even you can plug in shamelessly or otherwise.
Yeah, how they can seize the opportunity of marketing. I like branding. You know, when you brand yourself, when you package your produce, it's so different from other competitors. You know,
how you package yourself.
Yeah, how you package yourself. Si kuweka masukuma hivyo tu. Or just zipange vizuri, then kata, you know. Even the customers, they will be like, oh, ule mama msafi, you know. Even yourself, how you carry yourself in the market, it will sell a lot. Right. And as we said, you can do direct marketing. Like go to the hotel's restaurant and you ask, do you guys like broccoli? Or, you know, you have a conversation with them. Because you can't sit down, as I said, and produce and expect to. Also, it's so good. We don't know everything. You need to ask people. You need to talk to your friends. And how can I sell this produce?
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Now, Nyaga, maybe lastly, because I'm being told that we are running out of time terribly. We're a new era. So how can we fuse technology and agribusiness at the moment to reap big, even bigger than we are at the moment?
So there's a lot happening in the tech world in terms of agriculture. You can get precise information even when you're outside the country. There's the drone system. There's other systems that are being used right now to just seize the opportunities that lie in the agriculture sector. So and this is where we are telling the young people, you don't have really like to take a djembe. You can come up with an app to market produce. You can make a tool, like the tool that
A mechanized tool to make work easier.
Yeah, to make work easier for the farmers out there. And then from all that, the issue of value addition using technology. Like I usually give Cecilia this example. This is a metal rod. This is a metal rod. Its worth is 10 shillings. So I come with this metal rod I sell to you, Richard, at 10 shillings. But when I process it maybe into small needles, each needle, I get 100 out of it. And then each is 5 shillings. So I get how much?
You make much more.
Yeah, you make much more from it. So
right.
the solution in the agriculture sector, it's not just lied on production only. There's technology you can use. There's value addition. And then the last thing, I don't want to forget this, the issue of finance. The young people are scared that I don't have money to start an agri-venture. You can talk to your parents. You can go to the bank. You can talk to your friends and get really small money to help you.
And it's not a lot of money.
It's not a lot of money. So opportunities are there. Young people, I'm Kenny.
Look.
Wake up.
Right. Now, my director, I would love to know if we have the game. Right, so we usually play a game here. It's called Identify the Brand. A couple of hands on the screen. And then we will see who loses, yeah? So, yeah, so let's bring the brands up. You will write what you see, if you know it, and then we'll mark against each other and see who loses this one. Let's go. First brand up on the screen is something I've never seen before. Wow. And then next. Next brand, please. Ooh. Okay, next. Wow. Okay. I don't know, deer. Next. Thank you for the leakage. Next brand. Next. Oh, okay. I am sure very few people in this station know this logo. Okay. I know. Thank you. Okay. We're done. Okay, thank you. That was 10 logos. Let's see how we exchange these papers. You can give him yours. And then you'll have mine. Let's start. First one up. That's fire. Wow. They wrote Ferrari. I went blank on that one. Second up. That's Airtel.
That's what everyone will get.
Third, MasterCard. Okay. Next. Aye, please. Glenfiddich. Hey, we're not that expensive yet. Konyagi. Next. Lip. After lip, Kenchik. The love of my former life. Next, Kenjen. She's maxed out on her answers. Next, Chandaria Industries. Wow, who would have thought? Kenya Originals.
Oh.
And the last one? Uber. Wow. Okay, provisional results. Here is 4 out of 10.
2, 4.
No. No, I got Kenya Originals.
Oh, you got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the game is rigged, eh? Kumelipanwa. 5. It's 5. How many?
Congratulations.
They can't believe it.
5. Oh my.
Ulikuwa na leakage.
Thank you. No. Let me tell you, the problem with being a winner is you get tired. But thank you.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah. Cecilia amepata 2.
Imagine.
Mbili.
2.
Yeah, but thank you very much, guys, for having this game with me, and also for the conversation, of course, which is the most important part. As we've said, youth should seize the opportunities that are there. There are so many. It's not even expensive, as we said. You did it when you were a student.
Yeah.
You've been abroad and you've seen what people are doing.
Yeah.
We should not be shunning agriculture as a thing of old people who are in the rural areas. Right now, people are actually converting their balconies to a garden.
Yeah.
And that's
Exactly.
something they can do by plugging into some of this technology. And because for someone maybe who has missed this conversation, can check it later on YouTube. But I would love them, of course, to say where you can get more of this information, a website, a physical location, as well as social media pages.
Okay, thank you. You can reach out on social media. On Facebook, we are Ledi Kenya, at Ledi Kenya. On Twitter, Ledi Kenya.
Ledi, that is L-E-D-I.
Yeah, L-E-D-I. We are on LinkedIn, Leap Empowerment Development Initiative. And you can just look at what we do from our website. It's www.ledikenya.org. You can reach us, you can even call us on 0759 49 3031.
Can take that again.
It's 0759 49 3031.
Your last one statement to people on that camera.
Agriculture is paying. Agriculture has all the opportunities you need. When everything has failed, agriculture is the solution.
Yeah, it is the backbone. Cecilia?
I usually say agriculture is a pick and drive, you know. You just pick and drive. So when you are in farm, know that you will get money from it, and also you will be able to do an art that is all.
Your last word on this technology that you guys are trying to push out to.
That it's very possible to do it, even though people look at it because organic food is so expensive, but it's not. You can feed on it, and it's so like no effects, no negative effects on your body.
Right.
And also to the young people, let them become resilient. Even after pandemic, rise up, and all will be well.
Okay.
Yeah, thank
you
so
very
much.
much, Cecilia and
Richard,
Nyaga.
before we sign out, I know we're out of time. When I came here, kuna watu wangu nyumbani pale.
Of course.
Shout out. Jeshia Gitodhu Award, kina Shan, kina Bosco BTL, Jeshia pale kwa Mazeras, Boda, kwa pale Gakuyo, Mama Shop, and the entire kina Magi pale Full Gospel wanafanya kazi poa. Shout out bana, let's get out and get money through agriculture.
Right.
Nawapenda.
Let's take a short break, but there's Tech Voice coming up ahead, so don't go far.